Everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Ara's Life on Budget. Ara here, and welcome to another budget with me for the month of September. And did you notice the way I said it? Yes, I don't want September to come. No. I'm suffering at the idea that September is coming. I don't know if you noticed, but the weather is already acting like it's, fall. Today is so gloomy. It's only 5 p.m. but I had to use artificial light because it's so dark. You can probably see my shadows everywhere. It's already starting to look so gloomy and sad, and I can't stand it. I hate this kind of weather. I want the sun to shine all the time, and I want it to be always spring and always summer. I'm sorry, I try to appreciate every season for what it can give, for the vibes, for whatever, but no. For me, fall and winter are just sadness, pure sadness and depression. Although, September is my birthday. I have my birthday in September, so I should be happy, but no, absolutely not. I don't like it. Anyway, let's go back to what we were doing. As you can see, I have a new planner right here. I saw this planner in a shop the other day, and it was only €1. I think probably 150 because it was on sale. And so I thought, oh my god, this is a budget planner. I need to buy it. And the plan was to use this to make my budgets, so to use on video. But when I went into it, I noticed that the way this is done, and I'll make sure that you can see, I'll probably zoom in with the power of editing, because for the way I have everything set up, I cannot touch the camera without destroying everything. So I'm gonna zoom you in with the editing, and as you can see, like, it's slightly different compared to the way I do it and I see other people do it. So you have your in, which is your income, of course, and the amount, and then you have your out, so everything that you have to spend, and you have bills and utilities, which is like fixed expenses, so that is totally okay. But then you have fun and health, so I guess this could be considered short-term spending or sinking funds or whatever. Health could be considered, I don't know if you have any specific health expenses like I do, like for my nutritionist appointments. And then here you have what I consider to be my wallet, or everyday spending kind of category, like transport, eating out, groceries, and miscellaneous. So I would fill this in with anything concerning my wallet, because these are actually the kind of categories that I have in my wallet. I have transportation, I have eating out, and I have miscellaneous. I don't have groceries because right now I still live with my parents, so I don't need this. But yeah, this is what I would have in my wallet in case. And then you have shopping, travel, and notes. So it's similar but slightly different to what I usually do on here. So what I decided to do is, I'm still going to use this binder because I really like it, and there's a lot of pages that you can use, plus stickers at the back. We love stickers. But I'm going to use it, separately, behind the scenes, let's say, to prepare for the budget, so that when I come on camera and I fill this paper in, I already know what to expect, and I already know what to write down, so that I don't waste too much time. So this is what you're gonna see. I don't think I'm gonna show this one to you unless there's anything that I need to show you. So before starting, let's just make a little premise that I always do. I am still a student. I am currently finishing my studies at a music college. I live with my parents, and I have a part-time job, okay? So I get paid once a month, but right now, being the summer, I haven't been working because I work as a teacher, and of course during the summer the school are closed. And here in particular, even in August, most schools are closed. They start usually in September, but considering that we personally are a private school, a language school, we start in October. So I won't be working for the month of September either, and that is why I can go on holiday in September. But I'm still gonna go to the office in September, because I'm gonna start, before going on holiday, I'm gonna start, you know, preparing for the new year. I'm gonna make sure that I have all the materials that I need. I'm gonna start organizing the new classes and everything. So what I'm budgeting for right now is not my full paycheck that I usually get, which is around 800-ish, 900-ish euros, depending on the month. It's actually less than that, because I am getting paid by the government right now, since I am currently unemployed. My contract is gonna be renewed in October, and I'm gonna go back to being fully paid in October. So for the time being, I'm gonna budget for what it is that the government gives me, which equals around 75% of my full paycheck. So I'm gonna budget for 550 euros which is what I should get paid this month, hopefully. All right, and this 550 has to be enough for the whole month. So this budget right here is for the whole month of September, and this is why I am so grateful and so happy that I still live with my parents, because otherwise this 550 would never have been enough. And honestly, like, I have colleagues, one colleague in particular, she has a family, she has a kid, she lives on her own, and she gets paid the same as me, if not less than me actually. I really don't know how she survives with this much, because I couldn't even imagine it. Anyway, without wasting too much time, let's go straight into that. Once again, I'm gonna zoom you in through the power of editing. Hopefully it's gonna turn out fine. And let's start with my fixed expenses immediately, because this won't change. Okay, this month we have to be careful, because I have a couple of unexpected expenses that came up, so we have to modify everything in order to pay for those as well. And plus, September actually has 1 week more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, not really, it still has 4 weeks, but it does have 1 more Monday. So instead of budgeting for 4 weeks for my wallet like I usually do, I'm gonna budget for 5. So we're gonna have to make a couple of changes here. Anyway, let's start. So italki, which is, oh, just a second, oh my god, the weather is going crazy. There's a huge wind. Let me go ahead and make sure that all the windows are closed, because I can see the wind here going crazy. Just a second. All right, yeah, the wind is crazy. I think there's gonna be a thunder coming pretty soon, which is needed, to be honest, because it hasn't rained in so long. I think the whole summer it hasn't rained at all. So all right, and I had to turn the light on because it was getting so dark, so hopefully you won't mind the change in lighting. But anyway, so italki is the language learning app that I use now. As for September, I'm gonna be away for half of the month, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to use the whole package that I usually go for. I'm actually gonna meet my my teacher. We already established that we are going to meet and spend some time together, you know, so I can't wait. So of course I won't use the package. So instead of budgeting for the usual 45 that I budget for, I'm only gonna budget for 20, so that I already have some for next month, so for October. Now, subscriptions is still gonna get 5 for the time being, although I do have a couple of new subscriptions to take care for, but we're gonna talk about that later on. Now, gym, this month I'm not gonna budget for gym, and the only reason is because I have already plenty of money in that envelope, so I can already afford a couple of months still of training. So I'm not in a rush. I'm gonna wait for next month for this one as well. Phone though is gonna get the usual 10 that it gets, and this one is pretty fast because these don't really change. As for a month ahead, for this month I'm gonna budget 30 euros, and we're getting so close to completing. Why isn't this working? Let me exchange to different. Let's see how this one goes. I am slowly reaching the end of my month ahead binder, which is crazy to me, and I can't wait to start the new one with my future expenses when I go and live by myself. Now, the new 2 subscriptions that I have are YouTube Premium and an app called Foodvisor, which is essentially a diet journal that I decided to try. Now, YouTube, it's 15 a month, and I tried it for 1 month for free, and I really liked it, like YouTube Premium. So I decided that I want to continue paying for it, so we're gonna have to find 15 euros to pay for it. And Food Advisor, it was how much was it, because I didn't write it down. Excuse me, it was 20 euros. So now, the good part about Foodvisor is that this 20 is going to be for the whole year. So the next time we need to pay this 20 is going to be in 2025, which is great. So I won't have to worry about this for a long time again. So for now, we're going to budget for this 20, but that's going to be enough for a long time. Let's see how much we owe. How much we owe. So we have 20, 5, 10, 30, 15 and 20, again for a total of 100 euros precisely. So we have remaining 450 euros that we can use for everything else. Let's move to the wallet. Now, usually what I do is I give myself 50 euros every week that I can spend however I want, for a total of 200 euros budgeted for the whole month that I can spend freely. And usually what I do is whatever is left after 1 week, I use that to play my Monday minis and therefore save that money. But in the meantime, I can spend that money however I want. Now, like I said, this time we have 1 more week to take care of because we have 1 more Monday. So I need to budget for 1 more week. The problem is that I can't afford to raise my funds for this category. So what I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna give myself the 200 euros that I usually allocate for this category here, but what I'm gonna do is instead of giving myself 50 every week, I'm gonna take out 10 every week so that I have enough for the last week. So instead of going for 50, I'm gonna go for 40 euros every week, so that by the time the 5th weeks arrive, I will have 40 euros left that I can use for that. So we should have still 200. So 40 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 200. I don't know if this makes any sense. I hope it does. So that gives us 250 remaining for everything else. And I think so far, so good. Now, before moving into my sinking funds, let's move into my savings, because we have some damage repair to do in here, because as you know, I was doing really well in here with my buffer and my savings and my emergency, but a lot of expenses came up and I ended up having to use my buffer, and I had to use pretty much all of it. So my buffer that was at 75 is currently back to 0. So I have to build it up again, and I want to do it as fast as possible. Now, I won't be able to put the whole 75 in it this month, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with a whopping 50 euros in here so that we, slowly start working. So I'm gonna allocate 50 euros for that. And then I think I budgeted, yes, 10 for emergency and 10 for savings. I'm not in a rush to work on these two, and like I said, for the summer months I'm gonna allocate a bit less in here because I have less money to work with. So the total in here is 70. So 250 minus 70 gives us 180 that we can use for everything else. As for health, I'm gonna budget the usual 20, I think, no, 10. I'm gonna budget 10 in here, so slightly less in here as well, because I have a couple of unexpected expenses to take care of, but that is okay, because now that I completed my diet, I don't have any nutritionist appointment in anytime soon. Like, I usually go every 3 months, so 10 euros will be plenty before the next appointment, which is most likely gonna be in December, so that is okay. And gifts, I don't think I budgeted anything this month because most of my friends' birthday are all in November, December, so we have time to work on that one. So for this time I am gonna save some money and I'm gonna, you know, not allocate anything. So let's see what we have left. We should have 170, and we have travel and house, right? Yes, I think so. I allocated 100 euros towards my challenges in general, so let's do that. Oh yes, I know why. So 100 euros is gonna go there, and 50 is gonna go to travel, and nothing in house. So the reason why I allocated 100 euros in challenges is because I am in the negative in some of my sinking funds because of all the spending that I've been doing. So I need to rebuild my sinking funds, and therefore I definitely need to work on my challenges. So I budgeted 100 euros to go towards that. So my house category, which is my essentially me saving for a future house, for a future apartment of my own, is gonna have to wait, but that is okay. I can start working on it in October, so we're not in a rush. And I'm gonna put 50 towards travel, because I always want to have money in my travel envelope. And the remaining 20 that we should have, I'm just gonna keep in the bank to build my bank account a bit more. So this should be 160, and let's see. If we end up with 20 euros, that is correct. I'm still gonna consider it a zero-based budget, but let's make sure. Wait a second. So 250 minus 160 gives us 90. Yes, 90 minus 70 is 20, so 0 in reality. So let me write everything in here. Alright, I made a small mistake in here, I'm sorry about that, but anyway, my fixed expenses is gonna get 100 euros, my wallet is gonna get 200, my sinking funds 160, considering my challenges as well, and my savings are gonna get 70. So let's see if this is correct. This should equal 530. Let's see. So 100, 200, 160, 70, 530 euros. So technically is a zero-based budget, because like I said, the remaining 20 is gonna stay in my bank account to help me rebuild my bank account. And yeah, that is all, I guess. I'm sorry if I seem to have rushed a little bit, but it's because of this light. I really don't like making videos in this type of situation, so yeah, but at the same time I needed to film this video because it has to go out. So yeah, anyway, I hope you don't mind. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like, a comment and subscribing to the channel, and if you decide to stick around, then I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.